What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Creative Rise Podcast. So glad you're here today because today we are breaking down the brand new, fully updated Creative Rise pricing calculator, a free resource for you. Cannot wait to dive into it. But inside of this episode, we're going to be breaking down our pricing psychology, our ethos on pricing, what creatives typically do wrong with pricing, and then I'm literally going to be showing you screen recordings. Like I'm diving on in live as I record this, and I'm going to be going step by step through the calculator, whether you're in the brand industry, the wedding industry, the social media management industry, you're shooting couples, whatever you might be doing, I am going to demo the pricing calculator for you, explain everything, because we always see, guys, pricing feels like a massive guess, right? You guys feel it. We felt it before. Christy and I have most definitely been there as well. You know, you get an inquiry and immediately you're like, shoot, I don't know what to price for this. You try and call a friend. They don't really help. You know, you go to ChatGPT. It helps a little bit, but it's like, this is ChatGPT. I have no idea if this is actually right, if this is true. You know, you Google some stuff and you're left with feeling like it's guesswork, feeling like, man, I don't know if this is actually the price that I should be charging. I don't know if this is high, if it's low. Am I going to sticker shock them? Am I going to be undercharging myself? Or maybe you book a project and you're like, I definitely undercharged myself. I am halfway through this project. I am dying with the amount of money I'm getting paid for this versus what I'm actually having to do. It feels like a losing game. Or you just constantly feel like, well, if I just raise my prices step by step, $25, $50 here, every time I get a new job, maybe that's a good way to price my work, right? And it's very difficult, to figure all this out if you do not have a good framework. And so today is going to flip that on its head, because a lot of people feel like pricing is a emotional problem. It's a feelings-based thing. It's not. It's a math problem. Math is the path. And if you don't understand how to structure the math, well, then obviously, you're dealing with pricing anxiety. We are going to solve that for you today. So that is what today's about. That is what this episode's about. I'm so glad you're here. No more guessing, no more shooting a price in the dark, okay? We're going to be breaking down the actual pricing formula that Christy and I use, and we encourage hundreds of other creatives to use, and thousands, like 2,800 other creatives have used our old pricing calculator. So many more are going to use this new one because it's so much better. It's an awesome update. But this is not guessing. We're not shooting prices in the dark. This is also not the common, just charge your worth, Joey. It's like, what does that mean? I'm a human. What do you mean charge my worth? I don't have a worth. I'm worthless in the sake of I am so valuable. How do I just charge my worth? It doesn't make any sense. It's never made any sense to me. So how we're actually going to be teaching you to charge for your work is by the value you're actually providing. And the calculator is going to help assume and price for that value. And I'm going to be showing you that in a second. So whether you shoot weddings, whether you shoot brands, you sell social media management packages, you shoot couples, this calculator is for you. And this pricing psychology, this pricing framework is for you as well. Now, a couple of the features that we're really excited about before I actually dive into the calculator is one, autosave. As you're going through and building things out, it actually autosaves for you so that, you can come back to it and it's going to be there. You can save presets where, you build out 4 different packages for your brand work and you can save them all as different presets, come back to them and load them and continue to work on that pricing or work off of that pricing. You can export your pricing. You can send it to Notion. You can copy a link and send it to a friend. There's a lot of really cool things that are now built into this calculator that are more utility-based, more useful for you now. So really excited about that. But before we jump into the actual calculator, real quick, I want to celebrate some wins with you, okay? So week 1 of the 6-week Creative Rise Mastermind has just wrapped up. We are now in week 2. If you're new to Creative Rise, 6.5 years ago, we started an experiment, a 6-week program called the 6-week Creative Rise Mastermind to see if the same things that were helping us build our photo, video, and wedding business could actually help other brand photographers, other brand filmmakers, other wedding photographers, other people running social media management accounts actually build 6-figure businesses. And it worked. So we have been doing it for the last 6.5 years, helping and impacting hundreds and hundreds of creatives, 416 creatives have gone through already and graduated. We have another 37 in the program right now. We just jumped into week 2. Here's some awesome wins from week 1, okay? So these are photographers, filmmakers, social media managers, in the wedding space, brand space from all over the world. Couple awesome wins to shout out. So right off the bat, Chris, shout out to you, Chris. He landed a deal with a lighting design company in New York to shoot some photo and video assets for $2,500. And then a separate deal came in the next day for an ice cream company for $2,100. $500 to shoot the same stuff, some photo and video assets, a photo library, and then a clip library of video assets. So shout out to you, Chris. That's awesome. Audrey, shout out to Audrey. She is from Hawaii, and she's going to Greece to shoot a content campaign for a yoga brand, which is awesome. And that's for a whopping $7,500 deal. So shout out to you, Audrey. That's amazing. Will shot a college event, a sick recap video, quick turnaround, $1,150. Josh landed 2 deals this week as a filmmaker, totaling $3,100. Holly, shout out to Holly. She's an elopement photographer. Holly landed the biggest package she's ever sold as an elopement photographer at $7,400. That's awesome. Super pumped for you, Holly. Congratulations. Make sure you celebrate that. Patience said this. I actually copied and pasted Patience's whole message into this. Patience is from Puerto Rico. She said, hey, I just booked a package for $1,150 with a jewelry maker and shop owner that I've known for a little bit. She reached out, so it was a warm lead, and then I practiced the sales framework that you guys have helped us learn. I used Notion for the first time to make and send her a customized proposal, and we just hopped off of a call, and she booked and put a payment down. What? I'm delivering 40 images, 6 short form pieces of video. I'm so excited. And then Cole said this. We'll wrap up with this. Cole said, hey, it's 10:30 p.m. here, but I just got to let you guys know I finished my 3 tasks for the day. Accountability, baby. He says, booked our pod call for tomorrow, posted my 6-figure offer for review from you guys, and I finished all the modules. P.S. Joey and Krista, you guys are delivering insane value with a he says, a freaking fire hose with these modules. My brain is going to explode, but in the best way, because I know exactly what I need to do to move forward this week. So I love to celebrate, guys. Christy and I love celebrating awesome wins from week 1. This is not by any means all of them. There were so many wins this week. We could do a whole episode on what the wins were and what people were learning in the process of getting those wins. But these are just a few we wanted to shout out. But if you are interested in jumping into round 16, which is coming in the fall, make sure you head on over to creativerise.com, link in the description of this podcast, and you will see all that information. Let's jump on into the pricing calculator. I'm about to break everything down, so let's jump on over into my screen. If you are not watching this on video, you're still going to get a ton of value, but if you want to jump over to something like YouTube and or Spotify, you can actually watch the video of what I'm going to be doing on my screen, and that might be really helpful. So let's dive in. All right, guys, we are jumping right on into the brand new Creative Rise pricing calculator. So right off the bat, if you had the V1, you can see this is much different than what the old pricing calculator looked like. Right off the bat, you can see now we are giving you not only 2 options, just like commercial pricing and wedding pricing, we're now giving you options for brand work, wedding packages, couple sessions, and social media management retainers. So if you are working in any of those industries or all of those industries, this is going to be super helpful in helping you price all of that. So what's great about this is that obviously, brand work is going to help you price out commercial photo jobs, commercial video jobs, working with brands, UGC. Wedding packages is going to help you strategically price anchor and build out your packages if you're shooting photo for weddings, video for weddings, or if you're shooting both. And then couple sessions, obviously, like shooting engagements, shooting couple sessions, all that. And then social media management is going to be building out your social media retainers. So I'm going to dive into these one by one and teach you through our pricing psychology, teach you through our pricing ethos, and show you how the calculator works, some of its awesome features. But right off the bat, something that we're super excited about is we have an autosave feature. So as you're going through the calculator, everything is going to autosave. You can refresh the link, and you can also save presets, which is awesome. So if you want to build out a couple different package options for either your weddings, your social media management packages, your brand work, you can save each one of those things as a preset, come back to it later, and it's just going to load for you, which is awesome. So this is a much more intuitive and smart calculator than we had before. You can also share a link to whatever you end up pricing out. You can also export a PDF, okay? Now, what I don't recommend is sending this directly to a client, and the reason for that is where it's going to have a lot of detail and info about your business in it, and also the value multipliers that we're going to be using. So this is more of an internal thing, but if you want to send it to a friend, you want to export the PDF to Notion, whatever that looks like, you can do that. But this calculator is meant to help you solve your pricing problems really, really quickly, and then give you some really, really foundational pricing ethos and psychology that's going to help you price your work the right way every time and make it repeatable. So let's jump on in. So right off the bat, let's go into the brand work. So you can click on brand work. Immediately you see price your next commercial job. This pops up, and throughout every single one of these calculators, whether it's the brand work one, whether it's the wedding packages, whether it's the couple sessions, or the social media management, you will see that step 1, step 2 does not change. every single one of these calculators in our first two steps of our pricing framework is figuring out, number one, your cost to operate, which is your annualized business expenses, and then figuring out your annual target income. What do I want to make? And what that's going to do is that's going to give you an annual revenue goal. And while we don't charge for our time, we're going to get into a little bit of understanding what your time is worth, and then we're going to, apply a bunch of value multipliers on top of that. I'm going to show you how that works right here. So right off the bat, brand work, we're going to run through this step by step. So let's say step number one is you got to find your cost to operate. Okay. So let's say your annual business expenses are about $15,000. Okay. For 2026. I'm going to assume $15,000, and that's for things like gear, software, insurance, tools, travel, any advertising you have to do, right? Step number two is then going, okay, if my business expenses are 15 grand this year, what is my actual target income? How much money do I want to take home? How much money do I want to make on top of those expenses in 2026? So let's say you want to make $100,000, okay, in 2026. That means that our income goal, our revenue goal for 2026 needs to be $115,000 in order to make sure we make our investment, we make our money back on all of our cost to operates to run our business. And then obviously we have our target annual income. So right off the bat, you can see it spits you out an annualized revenue goal, which is awesome, of $115,000. Now, step number three, this is auto-filled in already for you. You can adjust it if you want. But step number three is asking the question to find your annual billable hours. Now, what is a billable hour? A billable hour is something in your business where you're actually getting paid to do the work. So the average person works about 2,000 hours per year. But we know, you running a business, me running a business, Christy, whoever it is, you're not actually getting paid for all 2,000 hours you work in a year. We estimate, Christy and I estimate, that about 40% of your hours are actually paid hours. 60% of your hours are just like admin, running the business, doing a bunch of other stuff that you're not actually on a job getting paid. And so what this calculator is going to do is you're going to put in how many hours that you're working on your business in a year. The average person works 2,000 if you're working full time. And then it's going to do the math and say, okay, only 40% of your hours are actually billable. So if you work 2,000, we're going to assume that 800 hours out of your year are actually billable. Now, what it does, step number four, is it's now going to take your floor price, which is your revenue goal, divided by the amount of billable hours you have in a year. And that's going to give you your minimum hourly rate, which we call a floor price, right? And why do we call it a floor price? Well, it means this has to be your pricing floor. If you are charging less than, and you can see in this scenario, $143.75 an hour. If you're charging less than that, and you want to be making $115,000 in a year, and you're working 2,000 hours in a year and billing 800 of them, you have to be charging a minimum of $143.75 per hour in order to be on track to hit your goal. Now, Joey, you always talk about we don't price for our time, we price for our value. 100%, we're going to get there, but we're using our time to give us a good base, and then we're going to apply a bunch of value multipliers on top, okay? So what's cool about this is now giving me an hourly rate, if you will, what we call our floor price. Now we're going to think about a project, okay? So step number 5 is we're now going to estimate our project timeline. So how many hours are actually going to go into a given project? So we've got a shoot coming up next week. Let's assume that it's going to be 5 hours of pre-production prep. So that is, a call with the client, that's mood boards, that's creating shot lists, it's coming up with like all my gear prep, everything I'm going to be doing prior to the shoot. Let's say it's a 10-hour shoot day to load all the gear, get it all there, set it all up, shoot for a few hours, get everything home, dump all the footage. It's a 10-hour full day, okay? So now we're at 15 hours. Then let's say it's another 10 hours of editing / like client delivery to actually deliver all the content. That gives us a whopping 25 hours. If I pump in 25 hours right here, you can see this has just spit us out a price. $143.75 per hour times 25 is giving us a minimum project price of $3,594. Now, this is where most creatives stop. And this is why this pricing calculator is going to help you actually charge for your value, make more money in 2026. It is because we are now going to jump into step 6 and 7, which is value multipliers and usage rights, and a massive emphasis on value multipliers, okay? So value multipliers, what is a value multiplier? A value multiplier is something that you are doing or known for or putting into the project that increases the value of hiring you. So right off the bat, we've listed 4 different value multipliers. Number 1 is big upside for client. This can translate to, the client is going to be making money off of what you're doing, a lot of money off what you're doing. You can assume that they're going to get a good ROI, a good return on investment, okay? So we have priced this out at, this adds another 30% to the project price, okay? Fast turnaround. If you're delivering in under 5 days, 5 days or sooner, that is a fast turnaround. You can charge another like 25% for that, okay? High quality work. If you have, well, Joey, everyone should have high quality work if they're getting hired. Yes. But if you're like just above everybody else in the industry, that, like, this is, you got to humbly look at this for a second. Like, are you actually like insane at what you do? If you are insane and that's why you're hiring you, then cool, click high quality work, right? That's going to add another 20%. Do you have a proven, this is my favorite, do you have a proven plan that's decreasing risk? It's low risk. If they hire you, are you giving them a proven plan, or you have a reputation, you've got a ton of experience doing this, they can trust hiring you to do this project? If so, that adds a lot of value to a project. Add another 25%. So you can see here, as I start to click through some of these, let's say I add on big upside for client, I add on fast turnaround, and let's say I add on proven plan and low risk. You can see the price just went from $35.94 all the way up to $64.69, okay? So it automatically starts increasing the price based on these value multipliers. And you can play around with these and turn these on and off, and you can see kind of where you land depending on what you're adding into this project. So let's say I jump the price up using the proven plan multiplier, the fast turnaround multiplier, and the big upside client multiplier, okay? Now we get into usage rights. Now, I'm not a massive fan of the usage rights conversation. It's quite outdated, but if you are going to optimize your pricing for usage rights, whether you're disclosing it to the client or not, it's fun to play around with, okay, social rights and organic only is like 1x. Digital rights, paid and organic. So this is everything from email to web, social ads, paid ads, organic social. This is going to be 1.2. If I click this, you can see it now takes the price from $469. If I click digital rights at 1.2, it's going to bring it up to 77.63. And then if you want full use for everything, right, you're going to jump on over here and it is going to be 1.75, right? So that's awesome. That's really, really cool. I'm going to click all of these and I'm going to end up going to digital rights and paid and organic rights. This is typically what we give all of our clients. They can use it anywhere digitally they want. They can use it for paid ads. And yeah, they're sweet for that. That's typically what Christy and I factor into all of our pricing. This spits us out a price of $8,625, which is awesome. Now let's break down your package. Step number 8 is you're actually going to be building out your package. So I'm going to build you out a package that Christy and I rinse and repeat. We sell all the time. This is a package where we shoot 30 images. We deliver 30 images. We end up delivering 3 reels, and we end up delivering 3 UGC videos, okay? So this would be like a 3 to 5 hour shoot that we are shooting a photo campaign, and we're also shooting, a social campaign for reels, and then we're also shooting UGC content for them day of with models. This is something we do all the time. We do a 7-day turnaround. We do unlimited revisions, but we never have people ask us for revisions almost ever because we do such a good job with pre-production. But this is where you can now choose how many revisions you want to include into your package. So let's just say 1 round. And then what is included? This is really cool. Inside of the calculator now, you can actually stack the value in your packages. So strategy meeting we do shot list and mood board creation. We do all the location sourcing. We do all the formatting for all the content that they're going to get delivered. We do licensed music, obviously, for all of our reels and UGC videos. We source all the models, and we do the entire campaign production. We produce everything. We handle it all. The client just ships us product. We do the rest. It's a done for you service, which is really, really great. You can see there, this just did package includes. Everything just got built into that, which is awesome. You've got what they're getting delivered. You've got how quickly it's getting delivered, 1 revision round, 7-day turnaround, digital rights, paid and organic. And now you've got everything that I just checked there, value stacked underneath the package, which is amazing. This is how you charge for your value, guys. Now, step number 9, the last step is coming in and asking, what are our business expenses on this that we're not paying for? The client is paying for. What are the actual project expenses? So this is travel, this is rental, this is permits, this is location fees, this is talent, this is models, right? Let's say that it's another $3,500 worth of expenses for models and some travel and gas money for the models, all that other stuff, some snacks on set, okay? All of this goes into step number 9. This is spitting out a price of $12,125, which is almost exactly what Christy and I charge for this. Typically, our expense budgets are a minimum of $5,000 for projects that we do like this. So our typical price ends up being like $13,500 for most of the content campaigns that Christy and I shoot, that we shoot a lot of throughout the year. And this just spits everything out for you right here. So you can see we just ran through all the steps. It gives you a final price. It breaks everything down, shows you all of your multipliers, shows you how we just got to this final project price. And then it shows you right underneath that what's included. Now, what's cool about this is I can save this. I'm going to click Save Current. Let's call this brand campaign price. Let's call it 2026. Okay. This is like what I want to be charging for brand campaigns in 2026. I click save. Now what's cool is if I mess this up, let's say I turn the annual target income from 100 grand back down to like 25 grand, it totally messes up the calculator, right? It totally messes up all of my calculations. If I go down here and now says it's only worth $8,000 to the project because I've changed stuff. Now, if I go back up to my preset and I click load, I scroll all the way back down. Everything is loaded back to what I just saved the preset, which is awesome. So we're big fans of this new build that we just created where you can now save presets. You can share a link. You can copy and share this link and send it to a friend or send it to your business partner or whatever it looks like, or store the link somewhere. You can embed it somewhere in a place like Notion. You can also export the PDF. If I click on export right here, you can see this is a literal PDF you can print. You can, again, upload this into something like Notion, ClickUp, whatever you use to like manage your business, okay? This is really cool. So this is the brand work pricing calculator right there. I'm going to jump on into the wedding one right now, but that is like all the features that come inside the brand work one. It's going to be so helpful in helping you price your work. So wedding packages, okay? Price your wedding packages. Again, we got the presets, we got the save current, share link, export PDFs for every single one of these calculators. Let's quickly rip through the wedding one. So very similar. I'm going to do $15,000 worth of expenses. I'm going to do $100,000 worth of weddings that I want to book, which means that my annual revenue goal needs to be $115,000. Now, how many weddings do I want to shoot in 2026 or 2027? Let's say I want to shoot 25 weddings, okay? So your realistic booking goal is your revenue divided by number of weddings. That's going to give you a base price per wedding. Step number 4 shows you what your base price per wedding means, meaning you need to be charging this price per wedding if you want to be hitting your income goal. So step number 5, this is where this gets really fun as somebody in the wedding space. You can select if you're a photographer, if you're a videographer, a filmmaker, or if you're shooting photo and video at any given wedding, which is awesome. Now, inside of this, obviously for photographers, you get to choose your coverage hours. Now, step number 5 is about building your signature package. So what's important is this is building out your middle package. So you need to isolate all of your decisions here to pick your middle package, and our calculator is actually going to, its intelligence is going to actually then build your lower package and build your bigger package for you. Everything's done for you. All you have to do is select and build out your signature middle package, and the calculator is going to do the rest and build out your other 3 packages. So step number 5, first select what you are. So let's say I'm a photographer. My middle package is going to be 8 hours. Let's say it's 500 images, and it's going to have a 14-day turnaround for all the content, okay? Really encourage you, wedding photographers, get faster delivery times. You can charge for it. It's awesome. So with the calculator here, now I'm going to decide what do I actually include inside of my 8-hour package. So let's say it's a vision call, it's timeline assistance, it's a shareable online gallery, shot list creation, yep, second shooter, let's say I add that in there, and let's say we do 24-hour sneak peeks. Now that I scroll down to step number 6, it is now priced out all of my wedding packages, which is amazing. It just did it for you. And most importantly, it price anchored them properly. It actually strategically price anchored your packages. So if you get down here and you're like, hey, that looks like awesome, cool. If you think that looks a little bit low, you probably should change your income goal, or you can probably knock down the number of weddings you want to shoot. So let's say I actually only want to shoot 21 weddings. Watch what this just did to the price. This just changed my price, and now my signature package, my middle package, the recommended package is going to be $53.99, so $5,400. You can see under all of these packages, it actually breaks down what is included, which is really cool. So you can see my 8-hour package has got 8 hours worth of coverage, 500 images. This one right here, the calculator just built it for you. This one, your essential package number 1, it says you only got 300 images, only 6 hours, 48-hour sneak peeks, where again, your middle package is 14-hour or 24-hour sneak peeks. This is a 14-day turnaround. Your essential package is a 28-day turnaround. Your premium package, let's go to package number 3. Premium is now $75.99 40% above the middle package. Okay. And I'm going to break that down in a second. This has got 10 hours of coverage, 800 plus images, second shooter, 24-hour sneak peek, 7-day turnaround. And then you've got a package number 4. We always encourage people in the wedding space, have a package number 4, a multi-day moonshot package. It's like 2 times the price of your signature package. This is going to cover you if it's a multi-day wedding, if you're shooting an event, the night before the wedding for them, and then you're also shooting the wedding day. Maybe you're traveling somewhere and you're doing a multi-day experience. This is a great moonshot package. Again, our calculator auto-populates all of this for you. Now, why do you want to use the pricing that you're seeing here on the screen? It's because it's strategically price anchored properly. So the biggest difference you're going to see here is obviously we have isolated package number 2, which is your signature package, to be the price you actually need to charge per wedding if you want to book out and actually hit your income goal. Now, package number 1 is 18% lower than package number 2 in terms of price. But the value isn't, the value is so much better in package number 2. So I think a lot of people would look at this and go, man, $43.99 for package number 1 for 6 hours and 300 images, and it's a 28-day turnaround. Or we could jump to package 2 for only $1,000 more. We're going to get 2 hours more, 200 plus more images. We're going to get a second shooter. We're going to get 24-hour sneak peeks rather than 48. And we're going to get our content back 14 days, 2 weeks earlier than if we pick package number 1. And then you got package number 3, which is 40% more price, not that much more value. What is happening here? It's pointing people to package number 2. This is called pricing psychology. This is how you book your signature package all the time. Okay. So this is really great. But if someone books package number 3, your premium package, you're stoked. You're like, that's amazing. Let's do it. Let's rock a 10-hour wedding day. So this is how this works. It breaks down all 4 packages at the bottom here as the same thing as the brand calculator, the brand work calculator. It's going to give you your signature package price, your middle package per wedding. It's going to break down all of your packages down below that. And then you can save this as a preset. You can share the link. You can export it, which is awesome. So we're super stoked about that. One last thing inside of the wedding calculator, if you're doing video, right? You click on this, instead of it saying image counts, video calculates for like highlight film lengths. Is it 2 to 3 minutes? Is it 4 to 6 minutes? Is it 6 minutes plus, right? You can go through all the same things on what's included. Is it a same day edit? Is it drone footage? Is it social media cuts? Is it a trailer teaser? Is it multiple platform formats like 16 by 9, 9 by 16? Are you delivering raw footage or are you not? You can also click on photo and video and you can see all of it's included. You've got all your image counts. You've got all your highlight film time blocking in there, and you can value stack all of this stuff, which is awesome. And you can change, obviously, if I was to change my income goal here, because we're shooting photo and video at each wedding, let's say I go up to $200,000 per year that I want to make. We're shooting photo and video per wedding. This is going to give me like my signature package per wedding should be $10,199 per wedding, which is really cool. So if you want, looking at these packages, if you want to shift them a little bit in terms of the pricing to make them a little bit more like desirable, right? If you made this $9,999, sure, go for it, or make it $10,299, whatever you want to do. But what's really cool is you can see you can do this if you're in the wedding space as a photographer, as a filmmaker, or shooting photo and video, which is awesome. Okay, let's jump over to couple sessions. This one's pretty simple. Okay, let's find our cost to operate. Let's say it's $10,000 per year running a couple's business. Let's say that I want to shoot, $60,000 worth of a couple sessions this year. I want to make $60,000. So this says my target income, my annual revenue goal for 2026. If I want to make $60,000 worth of profit with $10,000 worth of business expenses, I need to make $70,000 by booking couple sessions. Now, hours you're going to work per year. Let's say that I work 2,000 hours per year, the same as a normal business owner working 9 to 5, but only 40% of my hours are actually billable. This is giving me an hourly rate of $87.50 per hour. So now let's design our sessions, okay? So let's say I'm shooting 2-hour sessions, okay? And the editing time is going to be another let's say hour and a half, okay? This is putting my minimum session price at $306. Now, let's get into some value multipliers. As we always say, value multipliers are awesome. Let's say that I have really fast turnarounds. I'm delivering the content within 48 hours. Let's click on that, okay? That's going to shift the price, add another 20%. And let's say it's like peak season / holiday. I'm shooting senior sessions, or I'm shooting couple sessions for Valentine's Day or for Christmas. I'm going to click on that as well. This has now bumped up my session fee to a minimum of $444, which is really cool. Now you get to book your session packages. So let's say the session duration is 2 hours. They're going to be getting 75 images and turning around the gallery in 48 hours. They're getting styling guidance. They're going to be getting location scouting done for them. I'm going to give them an iPhone clip library as well. And let's say hard expenses. I have a $50 gas fee for all of my sessions. That's just easy. It's covered in there. Boom. This is going to give you two different options. Okay. So for sessions, we don't recommend giving like a ton of options like this. We want to pare it down a little bit, right? So we've gotten two options, a signature option and an essential option. And you can see the signature one is on the left because this is the one that we are going to be recommending. So you can see in this $494 for your full package for a 2-hour session, 75 edited images, 48-day 48-hour gallery turnaround. Sorry. You've got online gallery, location scouting. You're going to be delivering some iPhone video clips as well with that. And it prices everything out. Well, your essential package, it's only a 1-hour session, 45 plus images. It's a 14-day turnaround, 48-hour sneak peeks, online gallery. So you can play around with this and build out your session pricing, okay? Last but not least, this is the last calculator I'm going to break down and kind of show you our pricing psychology for this. If you are building out social media management retainers, you are a social media manager, a phenomenal business to be in. We're going to start the same as every other thing. We're going to create our cost to operate. So let's say we've got another $15,000 worth of annual business expenses per year. Okay. I put in $50,000. Now I'm going to put in, let's say I want to make $100,000 in profit this year as a business. That means our revenue goal for 2026, if I'm a social media manager, needs to be $115,000 in 2026. So step number 3, you need to calculate the hours per month you work and then the amount of clients you actually have and how many hours per, client you're actually going to be doing. So let's say that you're working an average of, 120 hours per month. Okay. So that's like 40-hour works weeks, that actually, let's say 160. Okay. So you're working 160 hours per month, which is full-time for 4 weeks, okay, in a month. Now, let's say that each client you're working on per month is going to take up, let's say, 25 hours of your time. So this says, in order to hit your income goal of monthly revenue needed of $9,583, in order to hit our 115 goal, I need to have 6 clients paying me a minimum monthly retainer of $1,597, okay? Minimum. That should be my retainer amount. Now, step number 5 is we get into service multipliers. If you are doing all the content creation, you're not just managing the social. If you're also doing all the content creation, okay, you're going to add another 40% to this. If you're also doing reporting and analytics, add 12%. If you're doing a monthly strategy call, add 15%. So to do all their social media management, all their content creation, to make $15,000 per year, this is saying your monthly retainer should be your middle package, your package or your signature package should be $2,667. So step 6, this is where it gets fun. We are now going to build out our packages. So let's say per month, they get 12 posts per month, okay? So let's say it's 3 posts per week over 4 weeks. Actually, let's bump it up even more, okay? Let's say they get 15 posts per month. And out of that 15, let's say they get 10 images per month, they get 4 carousels and 4 reels, okay? So they've got a little bit of an excess of posts. That way they can reuse some of the photos for, let's say, some covers for the reels, whatever that's going to look like. I'm going to include, analytics reporting, the content strategy, scheduling and publishing, and then I'm also going to do DM and content management. You can see this just built out your 2 social media management packages. Again, strategically price anchored based off of pricing psychology. Your signature package is now listing $2,667 for everything that we just mentioned that we're going to be doing. And then we built it automatically. Our calculator automatically built you a starter packages. So if package number 1, our signature package, is 15 posts per month, package number 2, our starter package, which is a little bit less, is only 8 posts per month. It's got a breakdown of what that looks like, monthly reporting, basic content plan rather than like a really thought out content plan. It's got all that listed there. And then underneath it now shows you the math. If you have $15,000 worth of expenses, $100,000 worth of target income, your annual revenue goal is now $115,000. Your monthly revenue needed is $9,583 per month. You need max 6 clients at your base minimum client retainer rate of $1,597, but we've added these service multipliers where now your base rate for your packages is actually $2,666 or $2,667 per client for your signature package per month. And this is saying all you need is 4 clients to hit your goal, to be hitting your monthly goal in order to make $115,000 in a given year. So again, I can save this as a preset. Let's say social media management rate 2026, and I can come back to this at any time, which is awesome. Okay. So this is really, really cool, guys. This is a great inside look into the calculator. So how you get access to this calculator, if you currently do not have this calculator, go to the link in the description, go to creativerise.com/pricing calculator. You can make yourself a free account. What's also really awesome is you can go to the App Store. Go to the App Store on your phone or on your Android and download our app, Creative Rise. It's literally just called Creative Rise. You can download our app. It's totally free. Inside of that app, you'll have access to any of the courses you've ever purchased from us or gotten for free from us. You can watch inside of the app on your phone. You can also use the pricing calculator on your phone. Open up our app at any time. You can start pricing out a project, which is awesome. Or again, go to creativerise.com/pricing calculator and you can make a free account there. And then you can go to creativerise.com/login at any point and just log into your account. And you're going to see the pricing calculator there. This is a free resource. I've had lots of people tell me, why are you not charging for this? And I'm like, because pricing is the most annoying thing to figure out. I want as many creatives, Christy and I want as many creatives as possible all over the world to be using this calculator so they can actually be dialing in their pricing. And we just put a ton of effort, time, and energy into making sure that this new version of this calculator is updated better than ever and going to be so impactful for you. We've pre-released this early to all of our mastermind folks, and they're like, dude, this thing is sick. It's so helpful already. So I know you're going to get the same value. So make sure you go on over to, again, creativerise.com/pricing calculator, or download the app on your phone, CreativeRise app on your phone, and make sure you have gone to creativerise.com/pricing calculator first. You make an account, and then you can get the app on your phone, log in via your account, and you're going to see the pricing calculator reflected there. But I'm so excited. We cannot wait to see how you guys price your work with this. Let me know if you have any feedback. Like, we're always evolving and making this better. My goal is to give this calculator updates every month to continue to make it better. So if there's not something there that you would like to see, hit me up, shoot me a DM, shoot us a DM on Instagram at Creative Rise. Would love to hear from you. But guys, free. Make sure you go jump on this. Hopefully this episode just really gave you some insight as well into our pricing psychology. Again, you find your cost to operate, you find your annual revenue goal, you find the amount of hours you're working on each project, you use your floor price and multiply that. Then you go through all the value multipliers, you run through the usage, right? You then add hard expenses, hard costs that are getting billed to the client. That's going to spit you out a phenomenal price. That is our pricing philosophy. That is how you charge for value rather than charging for your time. And this calculator is going to help you not only do that really quickly, but it's also going to help you save those presets so that pricing is easy, pricing anxiety goes down, and you're going to have a much better 2026. So from Christy and I and the rest of the team that makes things like this happen, we're so excited for you guys to jump on into this. Can't wait to hear your feedback, and we'll catch you guys next week on the podcast.